SPLM oye! SPLM oye! Leadership oye! Wani oye! Ape oye! Our secretaries oye! Governor oye! Governor oye! SPLM oye!
Comrade General Daniel Ahmed Akot, the Deputy SPLM Chairman, Comrade Medi Abaya Igga, the SPLM Deputy Secretary General. Comrades, the SPLM National Secretaries, our advisor should have come first, George, Molana, James Santeb, and all the SPLM cadres around. Salam alaikum ya Jamaat. First of all, I would like to congratulate our two comrades who have joined us in this leadership position. I begin with the advisor, the comrade George Juma, and the governor, Comrade Paul Warmhor, for the deserved appointment they have received from the SPLM Shah. Mabruk alaikum. I also very much thank our chairman, General Kirmayardi, for the trust he has put on the two committees. So I think we have to clap for him. It is clear that Comrade Kwon, you have already started your work even before the swearing in, which is good because we could not wait. The Christmas intervened in your house, so you went and you started work. Mabruk for what you have done. First of all, I think I will give you advice, very strong advice. And this is going to be for the benefit of National Secretariat. It is also going to be for the benefit of the other SPLM state services. I want to begin by saying, what is the SPLM dream of peace and prosperity? This is the question. What is the dream of the SPLM? Of peace? In your state, Comrade Paul is the most hit of all the states by our own people. By our own people, not an outsider, which could have been controlled. But every year, it is slipping off our hands. The question is, what is happening? What is happening? My friend, I know you took my friend Awed went with you. He also moved with you. And he's an old broom. He knows all the corners that have to be cleaned. So, number one is, let the people be disarmed. See lakes now. The lakes is there. It has been disarmed. I think it is like heaven on earth. Honestly, one has to give a big credit to Governor Ring Raleigh in Lakes for the stability they have brought. Because he started first with security. You will never have peace and stability, my friend, without security. So security is number one. Number two, to to remain peaceful, our people must be able to enjoy their rights and to participate in their development and give everybody the needed opportunities without discrimination. We have what we call nepotism. You start your cabinet, please. Don't begin by saying, oh, they Genarokte, oh, they my brother-in-law, oh, they Kida. That will be the beginning of the end. Nepotism must be avoided. Because the rest will say, okay, what about those of us who are not relatives to quote? And they are the majority. They will begin to create now havoc and problems. You see. So that one comes next. The SPLM dream is to make the fruits of the independence and development inclusive. So, inclusivity. Inclusivity. Next, the SPLM dream is to turn South Sudan into a modern, and when I say modern, by utilizing the current technology. Because we are not beginning from zero like in 1972, the Addis Ababa Agreement. When Junubin started from zero, mapping technology. Now begin at .com. And we can see now the technology advancing. We have to use this technology to modernize ourselves so that we don't begin from zero. This is absolutely important. The next to that is that the SPLM must use the economic, the political, the cultural, social, and economic reforms, and we must reform in all this in order to improve our national and local system. When I mean local, it means up to the states and up to the counties. And local system of having the correct governance. And what do we mean by correct? It will be left to your common sense. Wrong governance, meaning meeting immediately the problems. The next to that, SPLM must create greater cooperation with the surrounding states. You have surrounding states, and you also have the surrounding, probably, people in the Sudan. I pity your situation, brother. Our own people in Twitch area and Abyei area are killing themselves, like people being sprayed by these insecticides and killing. Very bad. We have lost too many lives. So please, you there too, you have to sit down. In addition to what we have already done, we must bring an end to that endless killing. We don't do that, we simply have no administration and no governance. Next to that, the SPLM must improve. And when I talk of the SPLM at that level, I talk about you, who is the chairman, wearing the second hat, as the governor, and so you are the SPLM. And so we at the National Secretary are SPLM. Our weight is SPLM and SPLM, our chairman is SPLM. But when we talk of the SPLM, don't isolate yourself with them. You say, Mahalas Galina say, Aman al-Am, up to the county. Let us do whatever we can. And this is actually why I am saying that at all these levels, we must try to create the infrastructure necessary. Do whatever you can. But there are feeder roads. There are feeder roads. And so with these feeder roads, you can do a lot of change and a lot of production. Our people in many of our states get moved to Beja. We could listen. And don't tell Al-Dirib ma Udud ma Sudan, Zaman kan bejiri le Sudan. And I can bear Naman Sarkam Sayeji Bade. Dur de mo bejere. It is dangerous. Let us do all that we can. Last time, during the struggle, Rumbek introduced a modern, let us call it modern, a modern way of cultivation. We were using ox plow. Yes. And by that time, the production of food had gone up. All of a sudden, because we became independent, I was director we knew, we knew, and these things are very expensive to run. Very expensive. You need fuel, first of all. You need this better for this tractor. So, if wherever we can, and we can, because we have a lot of what we call bulls that can be trained into oxen. We have to bring this to our people because this is what they have. Let us not think of things that we don't have. So that we increase our food production. The problem is food by itself, lack of food. Food by itself is insecurity. So this is very important. This is extremely important. The SPLM, my friend, must promote alleviation of poverty. And again, begins with food first. We must alleviate poverty, beginning with food first. This is the next item to put up. Food first meaning putting agriculture first. And even people who are promoting themselves to farmers, let us give them the necessary privileges and support. We have certain principles when we go to govern the people that we must do so that we govern our people well and carry out real development within the people, within the communities. And what are these principles? I'm not more talking about the principles here. This everybody should have read. Like Mary was emphasizing about the need for each and every one of us to read. Yes. In fact, we brought those two documents, the manifesto and the constitution, so that the two of you go and read it thoroughly, just like you read your Bible. Yes, you must have them. See, I move with mine. And yet I'm the one, I was the chairman of those who wrote this in 98. But I don't take it for granted. I must move with it. There are items I don't remember. Oh, okay, the article number come. Then I say, okay. So, please, you have to, I'm not talking of these principles. Let us go beyond this. We are assumed to have known this and to automatically be implementing what is here. So what I'm talking about are the principles you will get in the villages. In the villages. Number one of this, the principles on your communities. Identify the needs of the people. You must identify the needs of your people. Yes. And based on one of the needs you already identified is insecurity, but I'm sure already in your basket you must have more. Let us begin with the needs of our people. What do our people in that specific area want? Yes. What do they want? You begin with what is relevant to them. So, needs of the people. Number two, in these principles, train your people and the communities on self-help. This is lacking in many of our counties. We are saying that, oh, Maoko Maina Fi, Pijuba, Umunia Vejamu, Maderesa de, Umunia Vejamu, Jibitale de, Umunia Vejamu, Hapolena, Abiak, and so on. No. We know the difficulties. Even in Juba here, it's difficult sometimes to get salaries in time. So we know there are obvious economic difficulties. And so what we do is let our people help themselves. As an Kanukuma Jaba then, whether at the national level or even at the state level or the commissioner, will come when they have gone ahead. I just want to bring an example. Kajikaji is here, near us here. My friend, they have, and you've been to Kajikaji during this time, they have built 75 primary schools on self-help. They have built 17 secondary schools, 17 on self-help. They did not have to wait for the after all map is second. And we can introduce this everywhere. Self-help, as long as there is security. So please, that is important. And the benefits will arise. Any benefit that arise, comrades, must be for the entire community to enjoy it. So we put our people first. Anything that comes, our people first. Gurus Karua in Juba, put our people first. Not like Walayat Tanin, Gurus de Bera Mulu Hayatan. You also get it is like that. Even salaries. And so our people remain bitter. This is not good. This is actually inhuman. Number 4, I'm talking of egalitarianism. I will explain myself, egalitarianism. What I mean here is treat people equally. Let the people enjoy whatever is coming from you equally. Equal treatment of your people. You know, when you go from here, some of the points you heard from the speakers here who try to advise you, you can count them. From Comrade Santoyao, Comrade Mary, Comrade Awet, Yao, I'm also coming in. These are very useful advices. Don't keep it or them unto yourself. Once you go to your walaya, please call your necessary leaders of the SPLM, even before you go to the government. Hajuma, we need to do A, B, C, D. You educate them. You educate them. Don't assume that they know. After that, you call your cabinet alone. My new cabinet, I want A, B, C, D. Of course, when we say this, you go and refine them. I'm sure you will find the majority of what we are saying making a lot of sense. So please, educate your people. Education is number 1. Sensitization is number one. You don't sensitize your people, they remain in darkness. Matters makalam I know. Call them regulators. La, just tell them. This is what I want to emphasize really. Those are the 5 important points. You go and begin with planning. Number 2, implement the resolutions of your plans. Next time nobody will want to help you in your planning. Yes. So implementation. And then you disseminate all those programs of yours to all the counties. And visit the counties. Are they doing what you have sent to them earlier? This is the practical way to be with them. And to make sure that all the efforts that you are going to do in putting your programs down actually is they are being implemented and executed. You see. So in short, my friend, you go from here, declare what I call the war on poverty. It is poverty that makes our people wild. That make our people kill themselves. So if all of us declare war on poverty at all levels, then indeed poverty will be minimized and eventually it will be reduced to the levels